All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. Used to be Two-Word Tuesday. Now it's Tuesday's best. We got you right here, theraiderland.com, and it's time for a little daily broadcast action. We'll talk Texas Tech football with you tonight from the Arctic Air Studios, basketball as well. And you can hang out with us where? On the text line brought to you by United Supermarkets, 806-772-0197. If you are enjoying the show on Twitter, which we hope you are, or on YouTube, which we hope you are, or on Facebook, you comment on the text line. Those of you on Facebook, use the normal communication channels that are available to you. So we've got all that going on tonight. And whatever else is on your mind as we go through on what was a chilly, windy Tuesday, but we're glad to be back. All right, the talking box is on. Indeed, it is. Alan is jumping in. We get you guys coming in across the multi-platforms that we broadcast on each and every day here in the Arctic Air Studios. If your air gets too Arctic here in the coming days, and we got a blast coming in, looks like we got a hard freeze coming in Sunday and into Monday, you need to call the bear. Callthebear.com. Let's do this in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, where you find everything we do, including our original columns, content, you name it. 5 things on a Sunday. Maybe you missed it. You ought to go back and check it out at theraiderland.com. We're brought to you tonight by Domino's Pizza, Domino's.com. Anywhere you are, that's where Domino's can be. Get the app, and you get delivery. It's pretty cool. It's pretty easy, and that's where all the cool coupons and savings are these days. Also, South Plains College, they are enrolling right now for the spring semester? For the next semester, I guess we should probably call it that. So check out South Plains College. A lot of great Red Raiders. Begin as great Texans. The road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. Okay, what do we want to get into tonight? What shall we discuss? Getting 13. I see 113.5 hanging in the desert still at South Point. So it's 13. Would you take it? Would you take it right now? Can Tech stay within 13? Looks like Jalen's going to get to go on the front of the defense, and the back of the defense, Rabbit, we're going to have to wait and see. Also, we want to talk favorite sports traditions. Tis the season for traditions, right? Holiday traditions, Thanksgiving traditions, you name it. Also, I-20 sucks was on yesterday. Don't want to do it anymore. The under, I have not given you the total, so therefore you can't take the under unless you know what the total is, which the total right now is sitting at 54. So you're saying 53 points or less will be scored. Becky's watching. Hi there, Becky. Weston is watching. Hi there, Weston. So your favorite sports traditions. It could be anything. Pro sports. It doesn't have to be holiday related, but tis the season for traditions. And then anybody who still thinks NIL sucks doesn't know what Tony Bradford did. He gave away a whole bunch of turkeys, and then other people gave a bunch of turkeys away, and then even more people gave a bunch of turkeys away. And it's all because of NIL. So tell me again how NIL is bad. It's not. It's a great thing. Okay, let's see. I got to scroll back up because Alan was posing a question, and he typed so much. I have to hit the see more button. Question for the crowd and the host: is there always music playing in between plays at Tech games? Felt like Arena League game. I can't hear a damn thing in the press box. So maybe there's something going on, but I don't know that there's something going on between every play. But then again, you can't hear anything out there. James says, I say Tech plays the score closer than a 13-point spread. All right, so there you go. See what that means, James, in the betting parlance, you're taking the points. They're going to give you 13 points, you're taking the points. Now, if you're going to lay the points, that means you'd be taking Texas. You'd lay 13, and you say Texas is going to win by 14 or more. But when you say I want the score closed, then okay, then you're saying I'm taking the dog in the points. So you want the dog. David, I-20 has sucked for like 20 or 30 years now. No, it's even worse. I mean, from the minute you get on down there at the junction outside of Roscoe, it's even worse. From the construction to just the actual road itself, to the traffic. Monday morning, like 8:30, ridiculous, stupid, dangerous, stupid. Alan says, lay the points. Going to fade Tech for a 4th straight week. He likes the Longhorns. Laying 13. Like I said, there's only 113.5 out there, and that's at South Point. They don't move juice. Okay, everything's minus 110, plus 110. So what we say about that is that you could maybe get some places, 13 minus whatever. They don't change the juice. It's always the same. So they hang on to a half point longer than a lot of places. But that tells me there may be a shot for this thing to go back up to 13 and a half. I think some Texas Tech money came back in. I do see a rogue 12 and a half right now. Where am I seeing that? That is at the Mirage. We'll see. Texas hasn't beaten anybody by close to 13 lately. And why would it be Tech? I think the smart people probably jumped on Tech early at 13 and a half. I mean, that's still a pretty big ass number. If you've got your front up there, even if Rabbit is compromised to only playing limited snaps, he makes an impact. 13 and a half, yeah. I like Texas Tech at 13 and a half in this game. The pressure's on Texas. The pressure is 100% on Texas. Their entire season rides on this game. Texas Tech, you win, you lose. Doesn't matter. You're going to a crappy bowl game, probably somewhere you don't want to be over the holidays. All the pressure's on Texas. And that means all the pressure's on Steve Sarkisian. I'll bet it's Sarkisian in pressure moments every time. Is Texas thinking about revenge from 2022 or the playoffs? Not on a revenge, but they're 100% thinking about they can't screw this up because they can get to the playoffs. Chris says Tech is playing with house money. Has anyone ever played with house money? We have your favorite sports traditions. Everybody wants to be in sport. So what are they? Siri says Texas wins by 13. So that's a push. Unless you get 13 and a half, then that's a winner for you. Hi there, Mike. Danny, I think Texas defense can keep it close. Just need to keep Brooks and the tight ends heavily involved in the offense. I don't think you have to worry anything about Brooks. The tight end, hit, miss, there, not there, don't know, could be, might be, don't know. Ryan watched Sarkisian's presser this week. The dude likes to talk. Yeah, he's a talker. He's going to have a great career in the media when he gets done with this. And by that, I mean done coaching. Pressure's on Texas, 100%. Pressure's on Sarkisian. He has not shown up at the showdown all that often in his career. I'll bet against Sarkisian in a pressure moment. And make no mistake, this is a pressure moment for Texas. And yeah, he likes to talk. So I was in Stephenville yesterday. My son is beginning his college career, which means you got to take a look at colleges. I didn't get to do that. When I was senior high school, like if UCLA will give you a full scholarship, you can go there. Otherwise, you can go anywhere you want to named Texas Tech. Either I'm a Red Raider every day from here as possible. So yeah, I didn't do like college day or tours or anything. So we went down to Stephenville. He'd been down there judging a couple of times with FFA. He wanted to check it out. Fascinating. Had a good time. I had no idea that Tarleton State hates UTA for a variety of reasons over the last 100 years or so. Where does the purple poo thing come from? It started as a secret student group years ago, pulled a prank on the university president, and then they revealed themselves at graduation. And then that's kind of where that got started. So now every year there's a mystery group of students known as the Purple Poo who go around decorating, doing crazy things, hijinks and hilarity. Make no mistake about it. And maybe or maybe not, they stole the president's pig one time and painted it purple and it died. I don't know. But there's your poo. The poo says, what does he want to major? He's going to major in, for now, agribusiness. So agriculture and business. Expect the defense will be coming fast. Morton has to deal the ball. Yeah, you can't hang on to it too long. You know, even hoopla. What do you mean hoopla? There was hoopla. There were shenanigans. Yeah. Craziness. So yeah, it was a nice trip other than actually being on the road. We avoided I-20 on the way home. We took a circuitous route and we were better for it as human beings. shout out to my wife who made the decision, made the call, and said, "Well, if we just went this way, going, I got no problem with that." So yeah, the college, and I'm sitting here. How am I supposed to pay for college when I don't even know how to pay for these trips to go around and drive around? We did find it, not find. We highly recommended Timbo Touch. Grump's Burgers in Stephenville, thumbs up. On Tuesdays on the website, we do Best Thing Ever Ate Hat Tip Cooking Channel. I threw out best fries. Yeah, it's I-35 level of bad. And this place, Grump's, it's kind of like a combination of maybe if Fuddruckers and Caprock Cafe slammed into each other and started throwing out stuff, that's what it was sort of like. But the fries made in one trip, they are in my Hall of Fame of great fries. Did you go to Mary's and Strawn? No, we didn't go through Strawn. Didn't go through Strawn. So no chicken fried steak. Plus you pass out on that. So yeah, no Mary's, no Strawn. Fries were exceptional. Not too big. Not steak fries. Crisp, golden brown goodness. I think they probably did double fry on them. Oh, they're so good. Not burned. The only thing that would have made it better is Heinz 57 sauce. So yeah, now I know more about Tarleton State than I ever really thought I'd know. Nice little campus, pleasant people. You know, really realize the deep A&M tie-ins, even though I knew that they were part of the system. And because they were the first one in the system, they don't have to add A&M or anything to their name, which is kind of cool. Yeah, they got a no walking on the grass still there, and I'm like, wow, man, it's peak Aggie right there. Cowboy U, yeah, hell of a rodeo team. You get down there and you see why. You know, it's nothing but ranches and horses and cattle and a lot of hay and all that good stuff. They didn't even mention on the tour. I mean, they didn't even mention all the Texas country artists that have come through there. They've got their start in Stephenville or otherwise. It was really interesting. They didn't say a word about that. Is there a bigger selling point right now to a 17 or 18-year-old than Texas country musicians? I don't know. Maybe not. Your favorite sports traditions. Army, Navy is coming up. I base which team I root for upon uniform greatness. I have too many close ties, family and otherwise, on both sides of this equation to just say I'm rooting for teams. So each year I wait for the uniform reveal to come out. Dang, they're both good. They're both pretty basic. You got the Army khaki going on there. Navy's going dark this year. Solid deep navy blue across the board. When your uniform reveal involves a submarine, you know, Jack does nice uniform reveals. When you get to utilize a submarine, you know, or an APC, you're taking it. Just everybody else is over there going, yeah, you got a submarine. They both look really good. So now I'm going to have to figure out something else. I may have to be like the president, first half root for one team, second half root for the other. So that, you know, had us think today about great traditions in sports. We've got obviously Thanksgiving coming up. The NFL has owned Thanksgiving, and now the NFL is going to own Christmas Day, slating games across the afternoon and evening on Christmas Day. So sports traditions. James, in the early 90s, the 99s, the aughts, went to Texas Stadium for the Dallas game. Yeah. So they probably were there maybe for the 93 game, the Leon Let It Be game where he picks up against the Dolphins on the frozen tundra and muffs that and gives the Dolphins the win. Detroit Lions playing Thanksgiving. That's been great. I have always associated that as much with the Cowboys. And it seemed like, even though it wasn't true, it seemed like the Lions and the Chiefs always played every Thanksgiving day. They're playing on Black Friday this year. Who's playing on Black Friday? Oh, the NFL. Sorry, yeah. I was thinking Tech, and yeah, Tech's playing on Black Friday. 6:30 kickoff. I wish that game earlier in the day. 92, coldest nachos ever. 92, yeah. That was the 92-93. Okay. Yeah, that would have been right. Fall of 93. I'm trying to think. I can remember games sometimes where I watch them. And now that I think about where I watched that one where I was living, that had to be fall of 92. Don Williams was there covering for the AJ. It's awesome. The AJ used to be. They sent Don for many years to cover every Cowboy home game. For many years, they always had somebody staffing Cowboy home games, going back to the days of Earl Scudday in the 1960s. Hello, Donald. So yeah, your favorite sports traditions, whether they involve your family or otherwise. Snow in Texas Stadium, a remarkable sight. Yeah. I mean, they left the roof open so God could watch his favorite team, but it also allowed ice elements and weird stuff to get in there. Danny, I watched Leon let faux pas alone in my apartment while eating Oscar Mayer turkey sandwiches, meat, and adult beverages. Well, we want to party with 1992 Danny. We all want to party with 1992 Danny. Hey, Tech basketball is playing tomorrow against Villanova, and I have not seen a line, and I'm going to find out if we can get one, but bet we can't. Bet we can't get one. Let's see if we can find one. Wouldn't be surprised if Tech's not favored right now. That's got to be all tonight. I bet we don't have anything hanging right now. Maybe. There we go. Oh, Nova -4. Take it. It's already dropped to -3. They just posted it a few minutes ago. If you look at hoopshd.com and Bracketville has Nova slightly ahead on their S curve. Hoops HD has Texas Tech moderately significantly ahead of Villanova. Villanova lost at Penn. They beat Maryland. Texas Tech obviously at home for their games. Is Nova good? They're pretty good. I think Tech and Nova are probably right now living in the same neighborhood. This will be a good separation game. Texas Tech just absolutely not fouling anybody right now. One of the lowest free throw rates for the opponents at 16 attempts a game, and nobody's shooting good threes against Texas Tech. The mistake some people are making, by the way, you can get on the United Supermarkets text line 806-772-0197. If you don't have your stuff ready for Thanksgiving, go. I was in the store today. Mayhem, madness, carnage. Oh. I lived through it, though. So I think they're pretty close right now on how they're being evaluated. Texas Tech, people are going to make a mistake and think they're not that up and down offensively under McCasland. They're going to look at the last year or so at North Texas. They're going to be wrong on that. I want Texas Tech to not shoot a lot of threes, work it inside a little bit more. Let's see what happens on that. You're not a good three-point shooting team. Sports traditions, we're talking about that today. All the racing on Memorial Day weekend, great sports tradition. You start off with F1 at Monaco. Then you obviously go to the Indy 500. Then you have the Coke or the World 600 or whatever we're calling it these days. Hillary, so it's a good time to go grocery shopping with a toddler who's fighting nap time. Perfect. Because either no one will notice the toddler going nuts, or the white noise and the craziness, the toddler will just hunker down and go, I just want to live through it, Mom. Is Worthy for Texas able to play Friday? Don't know. Haven't heard yet. We'll probably know in the next 24 hours, unless Sarkisian made an announcement on that. F1 laid an egg in Vegas. Huge. The track was a disaster. They had manhole covers coming up. Everybody hated it. Nobody in Vegas liked it. Then they had to shut down practice. There's a class action suit going on all sorts of stuff. But the right politicians are probably getting their pockets lined, and F1 can line pockets like nobody's business. There's F1, there's FIFA, there's boxing. I'm going down the corruption level. I mentioned FIFA World Cup, the IOC. None of them have anything on F1. I think Kyle Larson is going to attempt the double next year. I hope so. It's been a while since we've seen some drivers do that. Robbie Gordon, probably the last one to do it consistently. Did Tony do it? Did Stewart do it one time? I can't even remember. By double, we mean racing Indy and then going to the Coke 600. So it's a cool story. A lot of sponsors don't want them doing it. I know he's retired, but a guy who could do it is Jimmy Johnson. He could 100% do it. That's right. Kurt Busch did it one year. Kurt Busch had a year where he did I think all in 1 year, he did the double. He also ran NHRA. He ran some Top Fuel in NHRA and did a few things like that. F1 generated 500 million plus at Vegas. Question is for whom? And I'm always skeptical. Yeah, Tony did do it. Yeah, Tony Stewart did it. I thought he did. Everybody's always skeptical. It's like, show me the money. Who got the money? When Vegas doesn't want an event, that tells you something. Larson is for sure doing it next year. Yeah, but Memorial Day racing, Absolutely legit. Cool on that weekend. Favorite sports traditions as we go through Tech in Texas. More breakdown tomorrow. We'll be with you tomorrow for the show a little bit. Did Jeff Gordon do the double? I don't think he ever attempted the double. And I think that was sponsor related. I vaguely remember him giving an interview one time saying he would have done it, but his sponsors, they're in the 24. I think I've got this right. At the time when it could have happened, 100% wanted him focusing on NASCAR. And not that Rick Hendrick was opposed to it as car owner, but DuPont and the others wanted him for sure doing that. Now, Robbie Gordon, not related, Robbie Gordon did it several times. Robbie Gordon, a great wheelman. Baja, California, a couple of he never ran F1. A lot of IROC and well, not IROC, but Grand Am, sports car type stuff as well. Welcome to Auto Talk. I should do a show called The Red Dirt Drive and do nothing but NASCAR and motorsports while in Texas country. Oh, wait, we did that. Oh, I thought that sounded familiar. Texas Tech getting 13. Would you lay the 13? Is that enough for you to keep it close? I will go back again to the motivational factor in this one. And Tech always wants to beat Texas. Texas doesn't care about Tech and anybody going, well, Brett York said this, so they're going to be fired up. No, they're not. Well, Tech, they want it. They're going to be fired. No, they're really not. They're not. Had an IROC Z. Nicely done, Chris. It had the cool IROC stuff on it and all the sticker up and everything on it. Did Robbie Knievel ever do a feat like that? It would have been cool if Robbie had done that. And all of a sudden he says that going, is Robbie Knievel still with us? Huh. Son of Evil, for those. Yeah, so it had all the cool lettering and everything. That's the only way to have it. That's like if you had, the official pace car of the Indy 500 or the Daytona 500, and you had all that sticker up on it and everything. What was it, Chevy? Which Chevy was it that had that in the early 90s? It was kind of a Goodwrench, Dale Senior type deal on that thing that I can't remember which model, which make they did that. We got sports traditions. We've got Texas Tech getting 13. We've got the road trip to Stephenville to check out Tarleton, the first of the college tours beginning. I asked my son, I said, can you imagine what it's like for those 5-star guys that are, going everywhere, and you got to do the walking tour around all these different campuses, how quickly you would get tired of it? He's like, oh, yeah. Shout out to the kid who did the walking tour there at Tarleton, walking backwards for about 4 miles. Very impressive. Oh, will NASCAR ever again regain its popularity in the 90s and 2000s? No, not like that. They probably won't. Not the way they currently are. Happy Thanksgiving to West Texas. Happy Thanksgiving to Joe in Alabama. Roll Tide. Roll damn Tide. Will it regain its popularity? It will regain some popularity. There'll never be the hyperbolic growth that NASCAR had. You can only have that one time, basically, in a sport. Then you level off. They've receded for a lot of reasons since about 2010. We can get into the economics of it and everything else. But they became their worst enemy because they started trying to be too much like a lot of the stick and ball sports, and they lost who they were, which is not a stick and ball sport. Western Swing and NHRA won't be in Denver for a couple of years because building a new Vandermeer Speedway. Oh, I have some friends who love going up to the NHRA in Denver. Miss UT and the Aggies on Black Friday. Some great football if you're a fan of the sport. Yeah, I agree. That's the way it should be. Thanksgiving Day. Actually, Thanksgiving night is the way it should be. At least the Egg Bowl, I believe, still going on Thursday nights. Ole Miss, Hell State, honor my brother, proud Mississippi State graduate. Did Tarleton and Tech both this year? 98% Tech now, visiting Montana in the spring. Good luck in college, Chris. We hope you find one you like. Thought Ohio State versus Michigan, like who's going to win? The easy thing is rolling with the one whose coach hadn't been in trouble. I still think Michigan is a better team than Ohio State right now. Always enjoy the Egg Bowl. We always had eggnog for the Egg Bowl, custard, as it were, boiled custard. Favorite sports tradition: singing the national anthem while on the gold medal podium in the Olympics. Congratulations for doing that, there, Jared. That's cool. I had no idea you'd done that. I'm old enough to remember when the Olympics were the Olympics. Have we mentioned that I-20 sucks and that I will do everything I can now to not get on any stretch of I-20 ever again? Harbaugh coming back this year, postseason only, regular season ban. They accepted it, so he'll be back for the playoffs. Playoffs, or wherever they end up. Any man who won't cheat for a poke don't want one bad enough. Hey, I'm just quoting Augustus McCrae. The United Supermarkets text line available for you, 806-772-0197. Can't go wrong if you don't know what to do. For my single friends out there, for guys, and you're having to go to a Thanksgiving deal, buy a deli tray and just bring it and leave it. All right? Talking about players. You kidding me? You kidding me? Playoffs? I-20 is a back road compared to 35. Yeah. Nat, still got an ad in here. I think they're drawn to the lights that we turn on for this. The east-west split on 20 is awful at best. Golly, yeah. I mean, I could kill it with a pen, you'd think, but you guys can't see it. There it goes. I get it. Hi there, Patsy. Glad you're watching tonight. A few more minutes. Deeper in depth on Tech football tomorrow. Tech basketball. We might just call tomorrow a little round ball rewind because they're going to start in the afternoon. So by the time we come on, we got a meaningful game. They're all meaningful. Is there another kind? They're playing it. It's meaningful. But we'll learn a little bit more about this team tomorrow. I've said up to this point, don't take too much either way, good, better. Tomorrow you can start beginning to apply what you see and say this metric may hold true going on for the rest of non-conference in the Big 12 play. That you can get something out of this. You can go, okay, this is good. Build on that. You get something on this and go, that's going to be problematic because Villanova, obviously, on par with most of the teams you're going to be playing in the Big 12. Lady Raiders, 5-0. They had to grind one out last night, but they got it. It was never a huge lead, but they're 5-0. They're 5-0, and that's all that matters. I-20 around Sweetwater is the most under construction stretch of I-20 annually. About the time they complete a project, tear it up, it's just horrible. Hated it. If we win Atlantis, what will we do with it? Don't know. Buried at the bottom of the ocean would be a good idea. Seems like to me. Kansas is going to be problematic. Kansas is always problematic. That's like saying it's going to be cold in the winter and hot in the summer. Kansas is going to be good at basketball. Always. Take your life in your own hands on a Ranger Hill. Yeah. We're not going to talk about it tonight, but we are going to talk about it tomorrow. So there's like this celebrity actress lady who was popular in the 90s, not really familiar with her work, who has moved to Tahoka and opened up a vegan restaurant, Jackfruit Cafe. She apparently had one in LA and it was huge. And it's opened up a vegan restaurant in Tahoka. I have a feeling I know how this story ends, but it'll be interesting to watch. If they win Atlantis, do they bring home a trophy? A trident, not a trident, a trident. What a trident. She's already a villain. Really? That was quick. That didn't take long. That escalated quickly. Killed by a trident. You should really lay low for a while. Maybe get a safe house. Kansas, take a trip to Lawrence for a basketball game. It's worth every penny. I agree. It's one of the great sites I've ever seen in sports. One of the great buildings I've been in. And yeah, if you ever get a chance to take in a game, then do it. Over-under on how long it lasts. What is today? I don't know. I don't know how well she's capitalized, funded, or otherwise. I'm not wishing ruin or anything. I'm just saying, get a luck opening up a vegan restaurant in Tahoka. Huge in LA and thought Tahoka was going to work out. Need that enthusiasm. Absolutely. How many people will mistake vegan for venison? Yeah, I'm here for the vegan sausage. Yeah? No. What? What? Jackfruit fajitas? I think there are a lot of hipsters in Toga. Could be. I mean, hell, they had that tiny house thing going on over in Spur. Anything's possible, I suppose. Never heard of her. Nope. I said celebrity that I'm not exactly familiar with her work. Oh, one more thing. Tony Bradford, greatness. Everybody who's on right now, hearts, thumbs up, whatever it is you do. Tony Bradford proves everything about NIL and the greatness it can be, providing hundreds of turkeys this Thanksgiving for local families in conjunction with his teammates, utilizing his own NIL profits. United Supermarkets kicking in. It's United Supermarkets, folks. Yeah, proud sponsor here. Proud sponsor of the text line, but proud member of Rearland. You don't see some other acronym doing that. Everything about it. Helmet sticker to Tony Brett. Everything about it is what is great about NIL. You know, do they tiny house people in Spur? Do the tiny house eat in Dickens? Hope so. If they like good barbecue. Don't think Highway 87 is going to need a lane expansion from Lubbock to Toga to get to the restaurant. Probably not. You know, there you go. Off that United Supermarkets text line. You know, Toga is pretty trendy these days. Apparently so. More so than I even knew. But yeah, Tony Bradford. That's the beauty of NIL. That's what it's doing. When I was in school, I was friends with several football players. Nowhere to eat on Sunday nights. They perfected a craft, an art of calling up a pizza place and ordering a pizza be delivered either to a vacant lot or to a house that hadn't ordered it. This is back when Domino's, or whoever, the pizza company, had to eat the cost of the pizza or the drive sometimes. So they'd be waiting, and they'd see, the guy looking around. They'd be like, "Hey, man, you can't deliver the pizza? Yeah, we'll give you $5 for it, or we'll give you, whatever." And that's how they get pizza cheap. We've come a long way from that. Oh, it's going to be the new Marfa? I don't think so. We've gone green, white checker. We talked so much racing, we had to. Let's see. Men's basketball on ESPN not showing designation. Don't know. I don't know what's going to be televised on. Pro tip to all of my friends out there. If you want to know where it's going to be televised, go to texastech.com. Go to basketball, men's basketball. Then go to Media Center, and you can see the press release, and it lists everything on there. Texas Tech basketball, homepage, Media Center. Everything's always there for all the sports, by the way. They put it out releases. It's easy. Quickest way to find it. Parents live in Cisco and will intentionally drive through Moran to Albany to head to Abilene just to avoid 20. No, there's nothing crazy about that at all. At all. Yeah, go to Albany and then cut down Looters, and you can go to Anson and straight down. Lindell Troy wants to know, will Kitley run any play action slot receiver tight end plays? No. Probably not, but maybe. Sunday night was all you could eat fajita buffet at Midnight Rodeo. Yeah. Still had to pay the cover, didn't you? Wasn't there like a $2 cover or something? But it was a good and just thing. All right, we've had fun. Let's say goodbye to our friends first tonight on YouTube and on the YouTube and Twitter X. When do we stop calling it Twitter? In stream, yes. Do I really want to? Yeah. They asked me twice. Yeah, a little recruiting going on today. We'll maybe look at that a little bit more tomorrow. It's amazing. The recruiters are recruiting. In stream, yes. Okay. Now we got